Hi, everyone. I'm Allison Ramsey with the Empire Life podcast, and we interview entrepreneurs, influencers, game changers from all around the world about how they have launched their online empires. I want to intro this phenomenal woman, game changer, influencer that today on the podcast we're having as our special guest. She is the founder of Alpha Femme, creator of Trifecta Coaching. She's a location-independent entrepreneur and travels the world with her incredible man. They are transforming the conversation around relationships and making a global shift in how people show up in their lives and their businesses.
What Alpha Femme symbolizes for me is a woman who can lead herself. The people who go through our programs truly understand what it means to be an alpha. So for Alpha Femme, it is she who leads herself, and it's about how to lead effortlessly by being the one first. I cannot lead another person if I cannot lead myself. So where do I need to find the strength, the discipline, the integrity in my own life so that I can lead myself? And as I lead myself and I achieve the things that other people want, then they'll look to me as a leader and say, I want to go where this person is going.
So many transgressions and transformations that I've personally been through with overcoming that negativity that's around, bitchy, bossy, all these things can be positive as well. It's just how you change the mindset.
I think a big thing happened for me when I understood my power, because wanting to be in charge and wanting to be the boss is a quality for a woman who can be a leader, but it's usually a leader out of power. When you need to boss people around, it means they don't want to follow you effortlessly. And what I realized is that you cannot lead another person until that person looks at you and says, I want to follow that person. And it doesn't matter how bold you are, how bossy you are, how bitchy you are. It doesn't matter. If they look at you and they don't want to go where you're going, they will not follow. We don't need to be, forceful with our power. It's a quiet light. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. I honor my word. My word is law. I have integrity with everything I say. And when I do that, I don't need to be loud or bossy. When I walk, people are walking behind me, beside me, around me, because they want to be there, not because I'm pulling them. So that was the biggest realization for me in my leadership.
I love that. That is so juicy. That is incredible. That is incredible. How do you encourage your clients to be comfortable with, hey, you deserve this. Like, you are worthy of this. You are worthy of this much more income. You are worthy of what all these people want to give you. I'm sure that this comes up a lot with you and your clients. Like, what would be your advice to that?
We're brought up to understand competition in a one person wins kind of mentality. The thing about women is that we have the opportunity to create teams so that the whole team wins. So when I say, like, you've got to honor leadership as a whole. If you want to be an extraordinary, you've got to honor leadership. That's like saying, I want my team to win the Olympics. I've got to honor my team as a whole. I can't just honor my position and my need and my want to win the Olympics. I've got to honor the entire team. So when I look at other coaches, I see a team. I see a team of women that are either making or breaking an industry. I see women who, if there's that much competition in the coaching industry that women start tearing each other down, then who are we to tell women or men that we can be better at what we're doing if within the industry itself we're clawing at each other? And the biggest gift of creating your own business to me is that freedom, and that you feel proud of yourself, you feel good, you're growing, you're contributing. Like, it's such a beautiful thing. And some people get so in their head about, I want to be the best and I want to be the only, and I don't want anybody to steal my clients, and that's my client and that's my thing. And that is where we lose, when we think only one person wins, when everybody wants to be the female Tony Robbins. It's like, we don't need a female Tony Robbins. We need a network of healers that all resonate with all kinds of different people.
What I've found is that what the people are, the clients that are attracted to them are often people that are not attracted to me. Like, we probably have a very different energy, or some of our expertise are slightly unique or different enough, or let's say even we're doing the exact same thing, like all of it, which is usually not the case, but there's like some slight differentiations. Though I've seen that their energy attracts someone different, and maybe someone that's not a good fit for me actually is a good fit for them. And my point of view is that we can always collaborate, even if we think we think we're doing the exact same thing.
I agree.
We're totally unique within our energy, our blueprint, our framework, that someone is going to feel connected to me that doesn't feel connected to them. Yeah, like I'm on the exact same page.
Sometimes people will love you and another person.
Yeah.
They would have been a good fit for you and the other person. They don't know who to choose.
Mm-hmm.
They choose the other person. The bottom line is there are billions of people on this planet. And if you have like 1,000 clients, you're swamped. So do you think you can find 1,000 clients, even if someone's doing exactly the same as you, even if they're doing better than you, even if they're doing it identical, just a little better, 1,000 people will probably still pick you. So focus on that. Focus on the people that are yours to help in that moment. And if they leave and they go with someone else, there's a new person that's going to come. Like, just believing that there's enough for everyone.
I completely agree. There's enough at the top, even like we're all climbing this ladder, and there's enough for us. There's enough space. There's enough air. I'm consistently with your clients. How do you help them to come into that mindset?
Well, this is, I think, the big thing. Like, this is where the leadership comes into place, because they watch me and I don't scrap for clients, and it's so effortless. I think I just do what I'm doing, and I talk about what I'm doing, and I give, and I talk about how I can, I give advice on my Facebook lives, and I'm there. I'm giving value every day. I don't worry that I'm going to run out of things to say. I don't worry that I'm going to run out of clients. I'm not freaking out, scared, just trying to grab people.
Exactly.
I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're watching me do that, and it's just like, well, that's how I bought. And that's what I felt comfortable with. So, hey, maybe I don't need to freak out so much. Maybe I can just be who I am and stop trying so hard. And maybe I'm just going to find my clients. And I celebrate them, and I invite them to come speak on my social media page, and I brag about them, and I talk about them, and I invite my network to follow them. And I think eventually they get it, like, wow, this woman is not afraid of me at all. So if she's not afraid of me, why should I be afraid of her? If this is what it feels like to just be in flow together, why break this?
And I'm wanting to know, like, what would you say were the top 3 pain point or triggers or areas that really helped you in your personal growth to become a better alpha femme and business leader?
Well, alpha femme is actually 3 things. The logo for it is a triangle. And there's 3 main points, one for every spoke, one for every part of the triangle, for every line of the triangle. For me, an alpha femme is a woman who runs her mind, her business, and her emotional intelligence. And those are the 3 things in my life that were completely out of power and caused me to lose everything I had ever built, everything I had ever thought I had. I lost everything. And I had been a successful sales trainer. I would write scripts for selling from stage. And I would teach and train people to sell from stage. And I became one of the top people worldwide in this trade. And I was so good at it. But when I broke up with my partner that I'd been with for almost 7 years at that point, my heart broke, and then my mindset broke, and then my wallet broke, is basically what happened. Everything just got destroyed. And I was so emotional that I couldn't sell anymore. I couldn't teach anymore. I felt sick all the time. I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't focus. And it was the most stressful thing to have to go through that, because I was like, I had it. Where did it go? Where did it go? I had it, and then it was just gone in a second. So what I realized is, if I could work on my mindset, if I could really focus on my mind and get myself back to that place where I was taking responsibility for my life, then maybe I could see what's next for me and where I need to take responsibility and what can I learn. So when I really lost everything, the first thing I did was I worked on my mindset, and I got myself in a place where I was willing to take responsibility. Or maybe it wasn't all his fault that he broke up with me or that he cheated. Maybe it wasn't all his fault that my business stopped working or that my job went down the toilet. Maybe it wasn't all everybody else's fault. Maybe I have something to learn in this. So I started doing a lot of personal development as far as relationships go. And I learned a lot about men and women and the dynamics of relationships. And what I really learned and understood is that we co-create love, or we co-create a disaster. And I had been co-creating a disaster. And as I took ownership of what I was doing in my relationship that wasn't working, I started attracting better men into my life. I started attracting better situations into my life. And then all of a sudden, I attracted friends calling me and saying, hey, I'm having issues with my partner. This happened. What do you think I should do? And at this point, I'd been reading all these books. I'd been doing all this research. I'd been doing the work. And I was like, gosh, I know what to say. So I was giving these people incredible advice. It was healing their relationships. And one person said, you should become a coach. I didn't even know what it was when she said I should be a coach. I had to Google it and find out what it was. So it was like the mindset brought me to the relationship work, and the relationship work brought me to the business. And when those three things were healed, there was another Melanie on the other side of that. So the way I process things in my mind, the way I process things in my heart has completely changed. And what that's given me is a new outlook on life, a new way of handling life as it comes. And the more I handle life the way I'm proud to handle life, the more I'm happy to talk about it, the more my leadership comes through without needing to be bossy or difficult. I just talk about what I've done and what I've come through. And that has built for me a ginormous, larger than I ever could have dreamed of business.
What are some takeaways for you on like someone starting right now on how they can do that for themselves, or what they actually need to be focusing on? Because that's the main question. Because we have so many things that we think we need to focus on as entrepreneurs. How do you narrow that down?
So I think the most important thing is to take time to celebrate every little accomplishment, because one of the biggest mistakes we make in the beginning is we're running after something we think is going to make us happy. Like when you've got 300 people following you on Instagram, you think, when I have 10, then 10,000 people, when I'm able to swipe up on Instagram, that is when I will be proud of myself. And unfortunately, when we do that, it feels like we're running after our tail all the time. And it feels like we're just running around trying to catch this goal that never comes. So whatever it is that you want to achieve in your life, fabulous. Keep dreaming, keep pushing, keep wanting. That's part of what helps us grow. But be the best celebrator on the face of the planet. To me, celebration is a party thrown in the name of gratitude. When you're celebrating, you're not just like, look at me, I'm great. You're like, I am honoring gratitude tonight. I am so grateful. I'm going to celebrate gratitude. And I am going to feel and embody that. And that's how you manifest more, and it's how you raise your vibe. And people love to watch people celebrate. Some of my best posts, the posts that get the most visibility for me, are the ones where I'm celebrating either myself or my clients, feeling grateful for the results. So instead of trying to get more and to think, when I get more clients, that's when I'll be this way, or when I make more money, that's when I'll be this way. Start now. Who do you want to be? How do you want to interact with your people? Because who you are when there's 5 people watching should be who you are when there's 500 people watching. And when you can do that, the line between who you are on social media and who you are in person and who you are with your clients, there's no line. That's just who you are everywhere. And all my clients would tell you, who you're getting on this, it's Melanie. This is what I get on my coaching calls, this is what I get on Facebook Live. Like, it's the same person everywhere, and it's real. And everything that I've achieved, I've celebrated like crazy. And that has been it. That's been the it factor. Just celebrate everything, no matter how small the accomplishment. Keep looking at your growth and your progress more than how close am I to my goal? How close am I to my goal? How far am I from where I started? And that perspective will take you everywhere.
I love it. I love that. Thank you so much, Melanie. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.